All right.
Back with episode 2 real quick.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're not playing.
Dude, a lot of people like the first one.
What's not to like?
I'm good. I'm down. I'm with it. We could do more.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
I don't think that's too much. Yeah, dude. Episode 2.
Episode 2, man.
It's exciting. It's very reminiscent of the early radio days.
Part 2. Remember that?
Yeah. No, it was just like we started the radio. It was week 1, week 2, and now it's week 100 something.
So 115.
It's kind of wild for sure.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to get like I guess a more chill version of that going too. The radio could be like very hectic sometimes.
Yeah.
It feels very quick.
A
There's
lot
a lot of
going
people.
on.
It's very live. You got to tend to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Podcast is it's a good time to reflect and just chat.
Just catch up a little bit.
What's been going on with you? What's going on with your life?
A lot, but yeah, don't want to get too public with it, of course.
Oh, I was saying, like, what's good?
What's good? Work's good. I like the studio's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was in Chicago.
How's Chicago?
It's cold, man.
Is it still cold?
It's still cold, yeah.
Oh,
It's always cold
can't do
there.
it.
It's always cold there.
I can't do cold weather. Don't think I ever.
What's
would
the
be
point
able
of
to
it?
do
What's it for?
It's tough, dude.
Dude, just like 16 inches of snow. Like, I get it. A little bit of snow. It's cute. You know, it's winter. It's wintertime 365. But, like, at the end of the day.
Dude, my mom's family's from Finland. They only get summer or sun for like 3-4 months of the year.
Nah.
Like, I just don't understand. But they'll never leave.
They love it.
I don't even know if they love it.
If you come from it, it's easier.
Yeah.
If you come from it, it's easier.
It's really a matter of just like where your roots are, I guess, you know?
I feel like cities make you.
Some people feel a sense of belonging, I feel like, when there's like, you know, different hardships involved. Like, It's just like, it's a grind, you know? Some people, like, they need that grind, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, the city is gritty. Literally, you're hitting the gritty up the mountain.
Hitting the gritty.
Up the mountain. Yeah, like, I don't know, if it's really like a gritty city, that's where you come from, like, it's hard to deny that that's where you're from. You could tell when someone's from Detroit, New York, Boston, obviously, immediately, Chicago, and L.A.
Yeah.
Oh, also, like, Minnesota's an easy give. From Minnesota, like, right away, you know.
Well, where does that come from?
I don't know. I think there was a lot.
What is Minnesota? What is that Minnesota accent even?
I don't want to claim it because I have no idea, but I feel like there have to have been a lot of Europeans that moved there, and like some crossbred between English and like Irish.
And like Swedish, maybe?
Swedish, Irish.
Is it like Svenska? Yeah. You know?
No, it's just Minnesota.
But nah, dude. Lately my entire feed has been flooded with AI music.
Yeah.
You've been seeing that, I assume?
Yeah.
How do you feel about all the AI stuff?
So when I heard that Drake and The Weeknd,
the one that blew up.
Yeah, from Ghost Rider, which was, by the way, we could get into that.
What an incredible name, by the way.
He killed it.
Ghost Rider.
What do I think about it? I think that song's a banger, and I think a lot of the stuff that's coming out is very creative, and it's entertaining to see. I think the music industry is not going to adapt so well to it right off the bat, but...
Well, if you were Drake, right, and someone's making all these bangers in your name...
Right.
Would you just be like, give me 50%, like it's all good, or would you be pissed?
Which artist did that, by the way? There was an artist that's doing
Grimes.
It was Grimes, right.
Elon Musk's ex-wife. She was saying, if you make a fire AI song using my voice, let's just split it 50-50.
I think that's the right thing for some artists to do, not for all of them. Like, it depends on the brand.
You think it's going to be like, you think legally it'll ever come down to like, okay, so is there going to be like ownership of voice? You know?
Like,
because right now it's like, oh, it's my art. Like, no one can replicate my art. But what if it's just like, it's not even about your art. It's about literally just your voice. You think like, because that's all because they're making different art. You know, it's a different song. It's their original song. It's original content. What's the difference maker? It's the voice. Right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's left to distinguish who should be making the bread.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's it called? I'm forgetting the word for it, but like the IP essentially, the intellectual property on Drake's voice couldn't be used. They're gonna sue them for oozing right, by Drake.
It won't be able to pass unless Drake has the final say on it.
But
because it's kind of like me producing a song and like taking your production and then not crediting you. You know, it's like you know, type shit.
Well, if Drake gets credit, let's say, and The Weeknd got credit on that specific Ghostwriter song, right?
Yeah.
If they got credit on that, the song got 620,000 streams in one day, and this kid was unknown, and there was no Drake or The Weeknd feature on it. So if you really think about it, if Drake would have blasted that onto his page and been like, "Yo, everyone go peep this new Drake leak,"
New Drake dropped. Well, what's crazy is, bro, I was literally washing my car, and the guy next to me in the next stall over, like where the vacuum is, he was blasting that song, like as if new Drake came out. Like I've never seen it where it was like AI, but everyone was treating it as if it was new Drake. Like, remember that anticipation where he dropped, like, if you're reading this is too late or something? Like, it was that vibe again, where people were like, yo, new Drake drop, but it was AI. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, people were literally so hype on it. It just shows you that people are hungry for more. From artists. Like, artists get comfortable. It's natural.
Ton of Frank Ocean
But if
stuff,
you're a
too.
label, right? If you're a label, you're like, okay, well, I got this Drake guy. Makes me millions of dollars. He's getting old and lazy. Like, let me just AI this thing. Let me get the best, hungriest songwriters in the industry. Let me get these like 20-year-olds that just want to make it in the industry, write a banger song. Let me just check Drake's approval on it. Boom, AI the whole thing. It's fire. It's like 2016 Drake again.
The question is, would they still mix it? Do you think they'd still get it professionally mixed?
Well, because it still gets recorded. Like, someone has to, the AI just masks.
Of course. But I'm saying, like, would they mix it AI too?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, so that job doesn't get eliminated yet.
Well, I mean, that's a whole different conversation of can AI mix a song
as well as a human ear.
Ultimately, I saw Metro Boomin. I think he was talking about like AI in production, and he was like, AI doesn't have the soul. AI doesn't have that extra human sort of passion and love, and like the thing that really translates and resonates with people. It doesn't have.
That makes it distinguishable from one thing to the other. I feel like
the little imperfections of the human touch is what we're like.
Yeah.
That's what we really love, and we don't even know that most of the time. It's kind of like when they transferred from the digital era or from the tape era to the digital era. It wasn't until they transitioned that they had realized, like, oh, you know what, we're actually missing that texture, that imperfection of the gear, of the consoles that we had, of the tape machine. Like, we thought, oh, we're getting such an upgrade with this new computer that could do all of this super fast, super good. But it doesn't feel the same. It's just ones and zeros at the end of the day, So it's like, sure, AI can come into the picture. AI could take over a certain extent, but I don't think it'll ever replace and make better than what we can do. In some aspects,
What about from like an art perspective, like painting?
I was literally gonna say, because
painting
it's so
and drawing and shit like that.
Well, there was an AI generated photo that just won photo of the year.
Oy.
And the artist gave it back the award because he was like, see, like, I was literally doing this as a way to
make a point.
Raise awareness to the fact that, like, we need to do something about this because this is just getting out of hand.
Who decides what the photo of the year is? Is there a voting process? That's my next question.
It was a competition. It wasn't like,
oh, it's a competition.
Just some BS thing. Yeah, it was in Europe.
I feel like National Geographic does photo of the year for sure.
Right. Apple will do.
Oh, is that the thing with the polar bear?
Something like that.
Okay.
No. It wasn't that.
You saw the polar bear and the purple flowers. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, no, that's a good photo. No, but I'm talking about something else.
Okay.
But last point, I guess, on the AI stuff, I think AI could be a really useful songwriting tool. Not from like a lyrical perspective. Like, don't get your lyrics from AI. That's not what I'm saying. Or melodies. But let's say you're able to, like, you want to make a song within the style of a certain artist, to pitch it to them or to pitch it to someone that's a similar sound or whatnot. You make a song, you get that artist AI voice on it, and then that's like a way for you to test if the song's a banger or not, right? Because if Drake sings your song that you wrote for Drake and the song's not good, then it's your song. Because we know Drake's amazing.
Yeah.
But if your song slaps like that one guy, with Drake's vocals on it, it's a banger.
I came in with Selena.
Dude, Oren was here.
He was singing
shout out Rap Fiesta.
Shout out Said Cinco.
That's
the boy.
But he was here in New York, from New York, and he was just going crazy.
Love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
You were singing it the whole time. Yeah.
And I was just like, what is this AI shenanigans?
Justin Bieber, the fever ain't left yet.
I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
I think it's going to be very confusing for the the beginning for people.
I am already confused. It's been here for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like musicians
already
in general.
confused.
Like obviously, there's going to be the ghostwriters that figure things out very quickly, and that's going to be very helpful
Yeah.
for people in general. But I think that AI is going to definitely cause a loss of jobs, unfortunately. But like, there's going to be people that learn how to pimp it out and definitely use it as to the best of its ability.
Oh yeah.
It's already happening for
if you're
sure.
a freelancer or you do anything, that you're taking on projects or whatnot, like you could totally find ways to
Online
increase your
classes?
productivity by not even. I'm saying like AI tools
Oh,
that
that's
help
what
you
I'm
just
talking
speed
about.
up your flow. Man, you could probably like take on 3 times the amount of projects you normally would be able to do just by the amount of time you save. Like it's crazy, but the fact that it's here is like you just gotta take advantage of it.
Yeah, you got to.
You're gonna get left in the dust. Like we're literally doing a podcast right now. Chandler, I don't know if you saw that AI that literally cuts the footage up.
I did. Yeah,
Like,
one of my friends
do
said
you know what I mean? Like if I was you, like man, I would be able to take like 3 times the amount of work and just make sure it's good. Like give it the human touch. That's what I'm saying. AI is never gonna like be better than anything, but productivity wise and just speeding things up.
I wouldn't say never though. I wouldn't say never though.
I mean, I think it could get pretty close.
I think it's gonna get really, really close, and then like.
No, I'd like to believe. I'm more romantic. I'd like to believe that AI would never get as good as humans. In certain aspects, in certain things. Now, where I find AI to be very useful is when it comes time to do like very dangerous work,
Like
like
what?
in factories,
Uh-huh.
like lifting heavy stuff. Like doing things that like jeopardize people. Like I don't know if you've seen those videos of people like working like insane jobs in like some factories with like freaking fire everywhere and like they're just getting burned and breathing in all these toxic fumes and stuff. Whatever, like that could be
replaced by robots.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like things like that.
Or the product is AI itself and it just makes itself.
Well, there's so many like AI product that launches itself. Oh, bro! I was seeing this crazy AI thing. It was AI that's able to create AI agents.
Yeah, I saw that.
It recruits more AI to get the job done.
Right, like, the AI is going to become lazy, bro.
From Rick and Morty.
The AI is going to become lazy.
Well, it's just going to like. You ever seen The Matrix?
Yeah, a long time ago.
It just gets more agents if it needs help. Like, oh crap, Neo's here. Like, let me just like duplicate myself 1,000 times so I can deal with this guy.
I have to rewatch that movie for sure. It's been a long time.
Well, if anything, The Matrix, there is a prequel to it. It's called Animatrix because it's like animated, but it's by the same makers of it. And the story goes that humans became so spoiled, rich, and lazy because they had all these robots do all the dirty work for them, and they would just party all day, in the sky rises, and all the AI bots like lived what our current human lives are essentially, and they got fed up. They're like, why are we working for these humans? And that's why Matrix happened. Like they just started attacking.
Oh wow!
And that's the premise of the story, The Matrix.
It's the premise of the story of
and
right
it tries
now.
to swallow exactly.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm saying. Matrix has never been more relevant. So go watch Matrix.
Shout out to Keanu Reeves.
That's that boy.
Sensational.
Yeah. It's under the sauce.
It's under the sauce. What was that?
It's under the sauce.
It's under the sauce. Cheese is under the sauce.
Where's the cheese? It's under the sauce.
Under the sauce.
You ever seen that video? Like some guy making a deep dish Chicago pizza, and this guy's like reviewing it, and he's freaking out. There's no cheese on it, because the sauce is on top, and he doesn't see the cheese. He's like, "Where's the cheese? I'm Italian. This hurts me." And this guy's like doing a commentary of that video, and he's just like, "It's under the sauce. Where's the cheese? It's under the sauce." So I just been. It's under the sauce.
It's under the sauce.
Week, pretty much.
I love it.
That's what TikTok does to me. Nothing good.
Does to you. I've been saying Jaleel for 3 years. I can't stop.
Shout out Jaleel.
That's that boy also.
Yeah.
It's about to drop a project.
Dude, it's summer's coming up. I better be hearing some shit.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What have you been listening to? What's been in your rotation other than Fleet Foxes?
What's been in my rotation?
Has Fleet Foxes been in your rotation?
Not as much as of late. Kind of Fleet Foxes is very therapeutic, you know? It definitely like sprawled me out of a different vibe. And now I'm like really into like Fred again and Skrillex, that whole vibe that they've been doing. Yeah, kind of like a little bit of that, and then a little bit of like some British rap still. A lot of that going on. Shout out Skepta.
Who's your favorite British rapper of all time?
all time Skepta, but I've been listening to a lot more. My sister's been putting me on to a lot of different British artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to start naming all of them, but there's a lot of good British artists. I'd recommend if you're into that.
Mm-hmm.
The scene is just exploding right now.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. So I've been listening to that, and then classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of old school music. Oh, I've been listening to like Paramore heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going back to like 2000s era, like pop rock. I don't know. There's something about that sound. It's just like I feel like we peaked right there.
Mm.
Just like I don't know. I think it was like when CDs were out and about. I think CDs just sound the best. I think
CDs were fire.
I think it's the best sonic. Well, besides for vinyl, I think CDs sound the best. Like
Not
you have
cassette?
like streaming or all that. I think CDs sound impeccable. They're a little bit quieter. Like if people know what I'm talking about when it comes to loudness, like from a mastering perspective. It's not as slammed to, there's still very clear dynamic, great sound resolution. Everything's just like crispy.
Mm.
That was when I was like, okay.
Why are vinyls sounding so much better than everything else? What's the cause of that? Like,
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I don't have like a scientific way of explaining that, but I think there's something that just gets translated in a different way, and like the way that all the elements sort of react together to get the sound out, like the way that it the needle collects the vibration and stuff.
sure.
I think it adds like a certain radiation and vibration to it that sounds just different. Like I said, it's when we move to the digital era, it's just ones and zeros. Like it's it's just very flat,
Algorithmic,
kind of very mathematically, just correct.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's always like just correct. Like vinyl, it's got inconsistencies. It's got it's bouncing around. Things are moving in a pleasant way that you can't predict. Like it's unpredictable.
flaws to appreciate. Yeah.
Nothing that's like so perfect is ever super enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you really like math. Math is very perfect and very beautiful, but music doesn't have to be that way.
It shouldn't be that way.
It's subjective. Math is very like objective.
Yeah. Going back to AI for a second, do you see yourself integrating it into how you make music at all in the coming months, years? Where do you see it playing in the engineering aspect of the music industry?
Yeah. Well, non-related to music, AI is incredible. It can like I said, productivity wise, like you could launch like just so many brands, so many companies you could do on your, like you can collect the firepower of like 10 people just at the tip of your fingers on your computer. It's really crazy. But these things that I'm describing are very sort of mundane and objective, like sending an email or like uploading a commercial or like a little post to social media. Like, that's anybody can do that. That's just a scheduled thing. You can move that forward. AI is very good at that. Mm-hmm. AI is very good at generating or copying sort of like language and making things feel a certain way. That's cool if you want to hit a tone. But for mixing, again, it's one of those things that it's like a little bit subjective. Like, sure, you can get like they're like before this sort of AI wave happened, there's been a company called Isotope. They make mixing software and mastering software, and I'm sure you guys, whoever's listening, that maybe has recorded or produced themselves before is familiar with Isotope. They're a very successful brand, but they have had this sort of mastering unit called Ozone that they make, that basically you can play your sound through it. You click a button, you tell it like a couple parameters, and it'll just essentially master this track for you. It's kind of like Lander, but in a plugin. And it's never incredible off rip, but it's a beautiful starting point. Like it really is. Especially when you give it a reference point. Like if you have a song that you want to sound like the latest Jack Harlow song, right? Same style, same sort of things that you want to keep in the forefront, whatever, stylistically. Like, it could sort of match an EQ curve a little bit, because these things are objective. It'd be like, okay, there's this much low end in this song. Yeah. I'm going to make this much low end in this song.
Similar to that.
If there's more, I'm going to duck it, so it does that. But again, it's just very blind. You know what I mean? That isn't someone using their ears and going, okay, well, this is why the Jack Harlow song good. This is what's going to make this one good. And then EQ based on that, as opposed to just trying to match something that already exists, which is again just saying like why aren't I successful if all I make is like music that sounds exactly like this person? You know, like there's a reason why we like original artists. You know, it's the same. It's the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, sure, I think it can help improve, speed up a lot of things, which definitely will help me mix faster. Because if I can eliminate all the little things that sort of slow me down, that are technical, very computer based, program based, if I can like get shortcuts going and helps, get something that can speed up the
Workflow.
process, the workflow, sure. Then I could focus more time on actually listening and enjoying and, and mixing, like just the music instead of just like dealing with all these problems necessarily,
Right.
which is 90% of mixing. Sure. But is it ever going to like produce incredible beats? Maybe if the listeners just like doesn't know what they're listening to, and they're just like, oh, this beat's good, But to someone that has a good ear, like anyone that works in music or is a producer or an avid music listener, I think there's always going to be something missing.
They'll know, yeah, they'll
I think
know.
there's always going to be something missing. And at the end of the day, the truth always rises to the surface. And I don't know.
I didn't think that The Weeknd sounded like The Weeknd on that track.
He didn't, but to an untrained ear, he did.
Right, like off
or
rip,
like Drake either. Like I could listen to that and be like, okay, that's not actually Drake, but it sounds pretty damn good.
it was 90% there, like, which is good enough. But like,
and that passes for. Some
I just
people.
kept asking Warren, I'm like, is this a demo? Is this a demo? And he was like, why do you keep thinking it's a demo? And then he told me it was AI after we listened to it.
Well, so I heard a few AI Travis songs, and his voice is so auto-tuned already that he kind of sounds like a, digital entity to begin with. So AI is having a field day. I heard this song. I think I just showed it to you. This was a genius marketing move too. This guy made a song. He wrote it, produced it, whatever, have you. Made a song, and then he AI'd himself to be like Travis Scott and Baby Keem doing his song, and then released it, and it went viral, and then it brought people back to his song to see the original. So it's like a good way to draw the crowd. And it sounded incredible.
Where did he drop the Travis and Baby Keem one? Probably SoundCloud, right?
I don't know, dude. I saw it somewhere on social media.
Like, can he throw that on Spotify? No shot, right?
Because the vocals. It's a copyright strike.
Already?
I think they've been acting on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
know
know
the music and everything is original.
I know Universal got the Drake one taken down within 24 hours or 36 hours. They got it taken down immediately.
They're aware.
I mean, they should be. It's again, like, I don't know how it's gonna work with the intellectual property. Like, Drake can't own saying ah and ooh and then.
But he can when it's his voice.
But it's an imitation of his voice. It's not his voice.
Right. That's what I'm. Okay. That's what I'm saying. It's so trippy. Like, what do you justify as like his voice? If
it's a robot. It's not him.
What if someone sounds exactly like him? Are they gonna have to like zoom in on the waveforms?
Right. What if?
Like, how does that?
What if another artist came along and sounded just like Drake and it became popular? Would they be infringed? Like,
I mean, we've never seen it. No one sounds exactly like Drake. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't exist. No two people sound identical. Like, yeah, Pop Smoke sounds like 50 Cent, but not really. Like, yeah, we all go like, oh, reincarnation of 50,
Yeah, kind of.
We love it. It's
they
great.
were saying
I love
that.
Pop Smoke, but not really. Like, they don't sound identical. No one's ever sounded like AI Drake. Like, Drake, what I mean? No one's gotten as close to Drake as AI Drake. This is like a new frontier, and I think the labels are like,
oh, geez, yeah.
This is new for them. They had to like get their asses off the beach and like actually go to the office for once. I think.
Yeah, their suits on too.
It's like,
it's very serious business.
Fuck, I gotta leave the Bahamas.
It could ruin the whole
my
music
family.
industry, bro.
I gotta get in the office on Monday.
It could ruin the top artist side of the music industry, or it can make them more rich. It really just depends on how they.
Sir, there's been an emergency.
Someone's
dethroned
the force.
Drake.
Yeah.
It's like, well, who is it? It's AI Drake.
Yeah, they're tripping, bro. Like,
it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, the Universal.
Not now.
Universal doesn't take action on shit. They got the song taken down in 36 hours. That's serious, bro. Like,
because they're scared, bro. The only person that can make more money than Drake is AI Drake.
What a world.
It's such a funny problem to see unravel.
Before our eyes. Like, and there's not shit we could do about it.
Yeah, I think that's why Drake like low-key commented on that.
What did he say?
Well, it was like there was a video of some random AI Drake rapping Munch.
Oh, I saw that. He was really mad about
and then
that.
took it down, and they're like, "It's like this is your last fight, AI or whatever." Like, it was like, "We're coming for you," type thing, you know. And then like that AI song dropped at the weekend, which was hilarious because it's way better than.
And he dropped it right after Rescue Me, literally a day after.
That, I think, is the funniest part of it all.
And people are saying that song is better than Rescue Me. And Drake dropped a fire single, and AI put out a better single.
They're blasting the AI one. No one's blasting the new one.
I like both. I listen to them together, kind of.
Yeah.
I wish that would have been dropped as a 2-piece. Scary Hours, that would have been hard. Scary Hours 3, AI, remix.
Featuring Drake.
Featuring Drake and The Weeknd.
D-R-A-I-K-E.
Dude, Drake and The Weeknd, complete side note from all this, if they put out a project, I think that would be so cool.
I mean, speaking of that, who are two people you want to see on a project right now?
I'm past the J. Cole and Kendrick thing. I think that would be...
AI is going to bring it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I'm going to be there for it, for sure. I'm there for it. You're not there for that J. Cole, Kendrick? Yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah. You're if the AI drops that, you're there for that shit? Yeah, so am I. Who's not?
Who's not, honestly?
Who would I want a project from? I don't know, dude. I feel like
who can make some cool shit together, like unexpectedly, like, you know, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak made some really cool shit. I actually really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
Unexpected, didn't see that coming, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So something along those veins. Oh man, honestly, Lil Yachty, Tame Impala.
That'd be fire.
I know they have that song that they did together. I think I would definitely see a whole project from that, especially based on his last album.
Mm-hmm. I think
kind of went for that vibe, anyways.
I think right now I'd take the Don Toliver and Baby Keem collab project. That was in the talks. I think that would sound cool. You never heard of that?
I told you about it.
You told me about it. Okay. And weren't they? No, because I heard about
unless it's like out there like that.
I think it's out there that they were talking about it, but if they were, we could take it out. Either way, that's a good one. They're saying Kid Cudi and Travis might be dropping.
Well, no, I saw Kid Cudi post that he was like, I'm past those.
No, he just had a show the other day, and he's like, who's ready for the Scots?
Oh my god, bro. I'm so sick of him.
No, I know you are, but I'm saying I think people would really... You asked me.
Yeah, I feel... Well, no, I mean, just like, dude, is it coming out or is it not? It's just flip-flopping answers.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me what's good, because that would be a great album.
Thinking about who else.
That song was sick.
I wish Schoolboy and Mac would have put out a project together. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
It's way too late for that. I don't know. Maybe like... I don't know. I'm thinking New York now. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, someone said Bad Bunny and Tyler. We're working on some shit.
That could be interesting.
I don't know. That could be so left field. You just don't know when you put these people.
I'm thinking like I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I want to see Cordae with someone.
Like Cordae and Machine Gun Kelly have been working together.
Even like
weird. What about like Thug and Post Malone, a project?
Like someone who has a unique voice like Cordae or Don Toliver with like a really unique producer, maybe like Kate Renata or something.
Kate Renata and Cordae would be a cool project.
That would be so
just
jiggy. That
alone would be a really cool. That'd be jiggy.
That's what I'm saying. I'd love to see that.
I loved like Clams Casino and Rocky together at the beginning. That was awesome. I feel like more production.
I'm excited for Rocky's new album, man. I don't know why, but I have faith.
You have faith in it?
His last few albums have been interesting, but
abysmal.
I don't know. Someone's telling me this one's gonna be decent.
I just hope it sounds like he means it. You know what I mean? That's really all. I feel like he's lost hunger. He's got 2 kids with Rihanna, bro. Like, what does he care about music at this point?
I don't know. You hope that he's an artist and he's still passionate regardless.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I feel like he's just dad now, type shit. Like holding his phone, taking videos. Like that's where you see A$AP Rocky right now, type shit. I'm happy for him. I'm not shitting on that.
I mean, when you're settled financially and you're that age, like it just makes sense.
I'd be chilling. Yeah.
What else? You know, it's the best part of life, starting a family.
Having.
Yeah. So I think I understand it. It makes sense. I don't think it takes away from the artistry.
Could.
I think a lot of people just mature differently. I think it'll be different. But an artist is an artist, man. Like Andre 3K is gonna die lit, dude.
Ooh. Ooh, that'd be a cool project. Andre and like someone else.
Andre and ASAP Rocky would go dumb lit.
ASAP.
Because
Or
ASAP has really cool, interesting productions. Like
him and Travis too.
Weird
would
kind
be
of
cool.
beats sometimes that like Andre 3K could just get like a little, just moments, you know. I love seeing him on albums.
Yeah, it's great.
Pop-ups, random places like Blonde, you know, just like has his
Solo
his
that
own
I can
song.
see under the skirt of an and
You know what I'm
type
saying?
shit. Yeah, you're like,
I'm
huh?
just like, ooh.
Where are you?
Little Andre intermission. Thank
Yeah.
you. Didn't think we'd get any more of these.
Do you think there's gonna be any more?
Yeah.
There's always one or two that pop up a year.
Yeah. I mean, we know he's in this too.
So I mean,
So we'll see what comes out. Yeah. You want to give him a little update about Sunday Sounds?
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
yeah. So
When's the next one?
Sunday Sounds is gonna be June 25th, Sunday. Very tentatively. We're taking our time with the next one. We're making some new changes, some new
We
adjustments.
want it to be exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be big
Fresh.
time, and a big summer vibe, and then we'll get back to a more frequent situation. There will be updates. We're going to stay quiet as we can about it, but very tentatively, June 25th, some big sponsors, very cool artists that we're in talks with, and we're expecting it to be an absolute slap. That's really, that's what's with that.
It's always a fun outing.
Mm-hmm. And we got some cool new programming starting with the studio as well, which will, you'll see the rollout. Green Tea Magazine is launched by the time people see this. So shout out Green Tea Magazine. Get your articles. Get on there. It's just another way for us to connect with the community outward of LA. So
Yeah.
cool new programming on that side. And
Discord.
yeah, Discord's going crazy.
Come vibe on Discord if you're
Yeah,
on Discord.
if y'all got Discord, come check us out.
We're just vibing, chatting.
Right here on Discord. Run by Courtney Connect, aka Connect the Dot.
And if you guys have any questions you'd ever like us to answer and discuss on the podcast, please feel free to leave a comment. Drop a like if you're on YouTube, Instagram Shorts. Drop a like, hit subscribe. We really appreciate it. We wanna interact with you guys. So
Right here.
say what's up. Let us know who you are.
Subscribe
Let
right
us know
here.
what you guys want to see from us. And yeah, as always, I think that's it for us. Episode 2, another success. It was a good time chatting with you, sir.
Good to see you, Mouse.
Appreciate your company as always. Chandler, the man. Hey, shout out RSA Productions.
Shout out Ursa 8 Productions.
The goats.
It is not my production company. It is
No.
Chandler's.
Yeah. Unrelated to Ursa the Chef.
Yeah.
Unrelated.
Very
Shout out
great
Chandler.
coincidence. Well, I'm your host, Ursa the Chef,
Joni Green Tea.
and this was the Green
Tea
Tea
time. Tea time episode 2.
Let's do that one more time. I'm your host, Ursa the Chef,
Joni Green Tea.
and this is Tea Time Part 2.
Let's go, baby.
Part 2.